Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Allow yourself to settle into this moment. Let your mind rest from the busyness of the day. For a little while, set aside all worries, all concerns, all thoughts of the past or future. Feel the quiet presence within you. There is a stillness beyond all the noise of the world, a peace beyond all fleeting thoughts. This is the mind you share with God. Today's lesson is a reminder of truth. God is the mind with which you think. The thoughts you believe are yours alone. The worries, the judgments, the doubts, they are not your real thoughts. Your real thoughts are in the mind of God. They are eternal, unchanged, and holy. They are not shaped by fear, nor do they shift with time. They are thoughts of love, thoughts of peace, thoughts of wholeness and unity. For a moment, imagine the vastness of God's mind, a boundless ocean of light and love in which your mind is held. You are not separate from Him, and your real thoughts have never left their source. Breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, let go of what is not real. Let go of the thoughts that bring fear, the illusions that keep you small. Let your mind return to truth. As we move into today's lesson, open your heart to the remembrance that you are not alone in your thoughts. God's mind is your mind. His thoughts are your thoughts. And in this truth, you find peace. And now, with an open heart, let us enter into today's lesson.
Lesson 45. God is the mind with which I think. Today's idea holds the key to what your real thoughts are. They are nothing like what you think, just as nothing you think you see is related to vision in any way. There is no relationship between what is real and what you think is real. Nothing you believe are your real thoughts resemble your real thoughts in any respect. Nothing you think you see bears any resemblance to what vision will show you. You think with the mind of God. Therefore, you share your thoughts with Him as He shares His with you. They are the same thoughts because they are thought by the same mind. To share is to make alike or to make one. Nor do the thoughts you think with the mind of God leave your mind, because thoughts do not leave their source. Therefore, your thoughts are in the mind of God, as you are. They are in your mind as well, where He is. As you are part of His mind, so are your thoughts part of His mind. Where then are your real thoughts? Today, we will attempt to reach them. We will have to look for them in your mind because that is where they are. They must still be there because they cannot have left their source. What is thought by the mind of God is eternal, being part of creation. Our 3 5-minute practice periods for today will take the same general form as yesterday's practice. We will attempt to leave the unreal and seek for the real. We will deny the world in favor of truth. We will not let the thoughts of the world hold us back. We will not let the beliefs of the world tell us that what God would have us do is impossible. Instead, We will try to recognize that only what God would have us do is possible. We will also try to understand that only what God would have us do is what we truly want to do. And we will also try to remember that we cannot fail in doing what He would have us do. There is every reason to feel confident that we will succeed today. It is the will of God. Begin the exercises for today by repeating the idea to yourself. God is the mind with which I think, closing your eyes as you do so. Then spend a fairly short period thinking a few relevant thoughts of your own, keeping the idea in mind. After you have added some 4 or 5 thoughts of your own to the idea, repeat it again and tell yourself gently, "My real thoughts are in my mind. I would like to find them." Then try to go past all the unreal thoughts that cover the truth in your mind and reach to the eternal. Under all the senseless thoughts and mad ideas with which you have cluttered your mind are the thoughts you thought with God in the beginning. They are there in your mind now, completely unchanged. They will always be in your mind, exactly as they always were. Everything you have thought since then will change, but the foundation on which it rests is wholly changeless. It is this foundation toward which today's exercises are directed. Here is your mind joined with the mind of God. Here are your thoughts one with His. For this kind of practice, only one thing is necessary. Approach it as you would an altar dedicated in heaven to God, the Father, and to God's child. For such is the place you are trying to reach. You will probably be unable as yet to realize how high you are trying to go. Yet even with the little understanding you have already gained, you should be able to remind yourself that this is no idle game, but an exercise in holiness and an attempt to reach the kingdom of heaven. In the shorter exercise periods for today, try to remember how important it is to understand the holiness of the mind that thinks with God. Take a minute or two as you repeat the idea throughout the day to appreciate your mind's holiness. Step back, even briefly, from all thoughts that are unworthy of Him whose host you are, and thank Him for the thoughts He is thinking with you. This concludes today's lesson. Take this truth into your heart and let it guide your day in peace.